All right, we in here. We in here.
Yes,
It's already
sir.
going on. What's going on, man?
Man, life, living it.
Get closer to the mic, man, so they
Okay,
can hear
okay,
you.
got you.
Come on, brother.
Yo, check. I'm in here.
All right, let's talk about this clothing line.
Yes, sir.
So, what was your inspiration for it?
All right, so Charlie Joan is named after my grandfather, and my grandmother.
Yeah.
And Joan, she actually passed away by cancer.
Right.
And so the proceeds actually go to the EIF, which is the Entertainment Industry Foundation, to stand up to cancer. So that's the whole deal with the love different, because somebody can tell you that they love you, but it's different when they show you, right?
Right.
And that's how we show it, giving proceeds to that, you know what I mean? And as well as that's just the Love Different collection. We also have, shirts such as this, Charlie Joan and Floss Return to Charlie Joan, just nice things, dope stuff, you know what I mean?
I like that shirt.
Yeah, appreciate it. Also, too, we're coming out with the Prove 'em Wrong chicken collection, right?
Let me see that.
Yeah, so with that,
I'm gonna get a picture so they can see it better.
Cool. With that, it's basically, so she would tell me, she raised us, she gave us hammers instead of pacifiers, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She would tell us, nah, you can't do that, you can't do this. And I asked her one time, I was like, why you believe in us, but why, you come off like that? And she was like, I got it from her. She got it from her dad, and he was like, you can't do that or can't do this. And then he would say, prove me wrong, chicken. You know what I'm saying? So this is prove him wrong. You know what I mean? Yeah. So this is for her,
I like that, man. I dig it. Now, this is a good quality hoodie. This is some thick, nice material right here.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
How was it starting your own clothing brand? Because I know a lot of people want to do it. What was the first steps? After you had your logo and everything, what do you do next?
Okay. It's funny because the logo actually came a little bit later, it was more, and the name, I always wanted to make clothing. It all started off in school. My mother couldn't afford, the new clothes and different things like that. So we go to the Goodwill or Payless or whatnot. And, I would make stuff my own, you know what I'm saying? Like it was I remember a hoodie that was too little for me, right? But the hood was crazy. I loved it. I don't know why, but I just wore the hood with a t-shirt, right? I was that guy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and people, the first week they would laugh at it, you know what I'm saying? Then the next week they'd be asking, can they get, that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Make me one, because they would see, okay, the girls like that you a different type of guy. They don't want the same old, you know what I mean? So
what was so great about the hoodie that made you cut off
the hood? It was fat. I thought it was like the dopest thing in the world. Cause I like hoodies because of the hood, you know what I'm saying? And, it was just fat, and I was like, bro, man, F it. I'm just going and, and then had the strings come out. It was nice.
Because we were in class together, and you would wear, when you would walk in, you would be wearing some, I was like, where did he find that from?
Yeah.
I never wanted to ask you, because I know some people don't like it when you ask or whatever, but you would be wearing, so where do you find your stuff?
Whatever catches my eye, man. If I go sneaker shopping, I don't want, I'll get the regular, Chucks and the Forces or whatnot, but I want something that I ain't never seen nobody with, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, when I was in school, people would I would sell shoes off my feet, you know what I'm saying? So I just always like that I'm different, you know what I mean? So I don't know, whatever, it don't matter where it's at, I'll find it, yeah.
All right, so what was your next step for bringing this clothing line into?
So I wanted it to be legit, all the way legit, and I was like, I would start off customizing, shoes online, and I was like, I really like this shit, and we can cuss?
Yeah.
Good. I really like this shit, So, one of my inspirations is Pharrell, the way that he dresses, I heard an interview with him, and he was like, I like that, but what if I could do it in this color or that color, like that, and I was like, yeah, that's how I think, so I just wanted to, okay, if they're buying this off of me, I can clearly make this a business. So what happened was the trademark, right? So I was shopping for the name because like, okay, that, you know, at first it was going to be GoodFellas, you know what I'm saying? Hello.
Hey, in here.
And that's crazy, you know, that, yeah, so I see that as God. Anyway, so yeah, I just, trademark, it was research, you know, like how can I get it out there, marketing and different things like that. Okay, so what kind of style am I going for? Am I going for the exquisite? Am I going for, you know, the red carpet, or am I going for streetwear? And I was like, man, I want all of them lanes, you know what I'm saying? Because I can switch it up any day, anytime. I want you to just look good with that CJ on you know what I'm saying? So we have different collections coming out, like I said. Like there's one called Fly Apparel, right? And that's basically inspired from my time in the military. You know, there would be reasons why they had this or that patch or this or that. So I was like, yeah, like I want, you know, things to have purpose behind it. You know what I'm saying? And so to answer your question, the first step was searching as far as a trademark name, right? And then it was finding out how could I design this? You know what I'm saying? I was looking at softwares. I was actually going to go to school at SCAD in Georgia for fashion, but decided to do the military because I couldn't pay for it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, and then
how many years did you do?
I actually did one and done. Okay. And that's unheard of. You know, I signed up for 6, but I ended up doing one and done. And the story about that is I got so much respect from the people who were the big heads, you know, but it was people who had 1 or 2 stripes more than me who thought that they could punk me, and I'm not one of those.
Like that, right?
Yeah, and I didn't know about hazing and nothing like that. I didn't know that's when you cool and all that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? I was more of, you know, you're not finna disrespect me. I don't care how many stripes you have. You know what I mean? And so I got into a few fights, you know, and one of the people who respected me, and I highly respect it, he told me, he was like, all right, so they're going to either take your stripes away, you're going to get kicked out, you know what I'm saying, you're going to go to prison, whatever, you know what I mean, because this is unacceptable. You're getting all this paperwork. How many
fights did you get into?
Man, I couldn't even tell you. It would be just like, bro, like it was on some Antoine Fisher stuff, you know what I'm saying? Whether they was racist, whether it was, it wasn't it, you know what I mean? We in this for this, and then also too, I didn't like the fact that my life is in this person's hands, you know? This person could keep bullets in a, you know, weapon, or they uncharge me, they tell me go over here through the fire, you know what I mean? Just to get rid of me. I didn't like that, you know? So I was like, all right, cool, I'm gonna get out, and I'm gonna do it the way that he said. So they made me go through anger management, you know? And it taught me so much.
But do you think you have anger management, or did you think you had it back then? At
the time, I felt like I needed anger management, to be honest, because of what I got from it. You know, the PTSD fight of my life, the one that I did for the thesis, I'm turning into a webisode and or web series, and that's just the first, you know, of it, and I'm editing and everything, and it's gonna bring it out right, you know, the right people and everything in it. By the way, I literally did that in 2 days, talking about like signing papers and all of that, because I didn't have a thesis advisor. Like it was crazy. So that alone showed me that I could do this. But yeah, man, at the time, I believed that anger management was right for me because it really showed me who I was and my light, you know. There were people in there, not only for anger management, it was for people who was addicted to whatever, you know, or, you know, was in an abusive relationship, or, you know, so it was all these people. When I first came in, I had my hoodie on, my headphones on. I wasn't, you know, I'm just in here just to serve my time, basically, you know what I'm saying? And then one day, my phone, I think it broke or something, like it wasn't working, so I had to listen, and I started listening, and I, you know, took everything off.
So they let you sit in there with the headphones and everything?
Because I mean, they can't force you, you know what I mean, to, you know, they can suggest, you know, but it wasn't.
But don't they have to like sign up on paperwork saying that you were cooperative in order to be released from the anger management? Yeah,
but it was better than me be like some of the people who were in there, and I understand their story, so I understand why. I'm not judging them, but it was better for me to be quiet and chill rather than be wilding, and I don't want to do this, you know what I'm saying? So that, but the day that I started listening, I mean, I started being able to talk to people and minister to people from my story, and then learn from them and their story. And what's crazy is normally they, congratulate you with a little coin. You know what I'm saying? But the day that I finished, they literally threw me a surprise party. You know what I'm saying? And everybody gave me cards and hugs and stuff. And I was like, wow, like I really affected these people. You know what I mean? And I felt like, okay, maybe the military isn't what I need to be doing. You know what I'm saying? Maybe this was just to teach me, where I should be going. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm a lot more calmer and mature nowadays, though. Definitely, I don't let my anger get to me too much.
Good.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what we were talking about. We started talking about the clothing.
Yeah.
The second step. So, how did you go about getting? I guess how does it work? Because I don't even know.
Okay, so we're still in the process of talking to factories. They cost a lot of money just to talk to them. You know what I'm saying? Just to make sure that you're serious. And so what I did was I went through, which I want to work with you on, to get merch for this podcast, because I definitely believe in this. And whatever I can do, just let me know. As far as what I know, we go through Represent, which is a company that it handles merchandise for influencers, for an artist, for and so you basically design on there, and they're with doing charities and different things like that, or if you just want to get your name out there, just have merch or whatnot. So that's who we're doing it through right now. We're also working out the shipping. We have the boxes, the packaging made and everything like that, but it's still an ongoing process. You know what I'm saying? And each collection, because we have multiple collections, and I'm telling you, it's crazy. The next collection coming out, like I said, is Prove 'Em Wrong Chicken, and that's we're gonna have people saying it. I'm telling you, it's dope, man. It's really dope, and it's something that I stand for, as far as it's not just some, I'm hot, you should wear what I wear. It's I'm hot, but you hot too, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's do this together. This is what I believe in. You know what I'm saying? Like,
do you think like the people nowadays are kind of missing that, especially maybe like black people, like with supporting each other? Do you think that's we're in too much competition with each other?
Which I don't understand.
I don't either.
It's enough out there, bro.
It's more than enough.
And us doing it together makes it even more. So I definitely see that, and it's very discouraging. It's I think it's either competition or jealousy,
Right.
Rest in power, Nip, that for example.
A prime example.
Like, man, that he was literally a role model of mine. You know what I'm saying? Like, people called me when they found out. They called me like he was my brother or something. You know what I'm saying? You all right? You good? And you ain't heard, have you? I'm like, yeah. Like, I'm just in so much disbelief. Did
you go to any of the memorials?
I couldn't. For me, I couldn't, bro. Like, I posted something and took it off. Like, and I still post, for my story and stuff. But every time I would see my timeline, it hit me, bro. Like, and I'm not one for death. Like, after my brother passed, I just realized that that's not my ministry, man. Like, I can't deal with it, because then it gives me, my mind just goes, you know what I'm saying? And I don't want to be in conflict with him and not being able to do what he called me here to do. So, but I definitely support the marathon. I listen to his album daily, as I did before he passed. I'm not just
hopping on the
that's not me. I believe in something. I'm riding with you. So but man, to answer your question, I don't understand that, especially being a hustler. Like, there's enough out there, bro, and do you understand how powerful we are? You know what I mean? Like, don't let them, even if it's not competition with it, don't let them buy you, bro. Like, I had a contract, $1.2 million I said no to, because in the contract they said yes. Okay. And they said, in order to get out of this contract, we own everything that you do, and in order to get out of it, somebody has to buy you from us. That sounds like some slave shit to me.
That was like a 360 deal. It sounds worse than the 360 deal, honestly.
You're right, but nobody knew me. You know what I'm saying? They was gonna do the marketing and stuff like that. Cool, but like, let me pay you for that.
So how much time would you have to, or how much content would you have to give them? How many albums would you have to give them before?
It wasn't even a select number. That was the thing. It was you're basically working for us. Whatever you just do what we have you do. This is how much you're gonna make for that, and if you, like I said, if you want to get out of that, somebody got to buy you from us. And
For only 1.2 million.
so imagine how much I was gonna make them. Come on, man. 1.2. Don't nobody even know me. You know what I'm saying?
When was this?
This was when I first got here, my first year at NIFA. Yeah, I was when Warner, we got people, we got labels and stuff, you know. You gonna have to take it out.
I'll take that out. Yeah, I'll take it out.
Well, we got
Yeah, I got you.
cool. Yeah, so it's labels around, you know, the campus and, you know, going into the offices. Even then, like, it's so hard to prove that you're this or that, and then once you do, they go, we got something. All right, you know. So
you did that pretty fast then, because you were only out here for a year.
Yeah,
and you did that. Yeah, no connections or anything. You just did it.
No, it's honestly, I feel like you can do anything, bro. I really do. The last words that my grandmother told me was, you know, I was telling her all my dreams and stuff like that, you know, and she was like, and this is it, she was, you know, she proved me wrong, you know, tough, right? She was like, you got it, just focus, you know. So I zoned in. Okay, so we got Google, bro. Like, we don't need to, you know.
That's true. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, everything is there. Now you just gotta cipher through the BS. But you know, yeah, because it seemed like everybody wants something from you. You know, which I understand, you give and take, but a lot of this is, you know, bobo. So yeah.
So all right, let's talk about your music. So you just, first of all, let's have a toast.
Let's do it. Yes, celebration. 31.
Some beautiful brown. 31.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good. So what was what's your latest project that you're working on right now?
Okay, so PTSD, the EP, is the project that is fully finished. As far as distribution, that's been the problem. I released a single, Complicated, just to see how I could market, and I didn't want to just put my whole line on Instagram or Twitter. I didn't want to, you know, take the Diddy approach as far as Ciroc, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
More of a Jay-Z approach. This is bomb, get that there, you know what I'm saying? And if you laid on it, basically, you know what I mean? But on some bigger than me, the PTSD project, it focuses on mental health, right? Because like I told you, my brother Quentin passed. He took his life, suicide. So it basically proceeds go towards mental health, and it's the journey. So I had PTSD before I even went in, you know what I'm saying? So and I talk about these things, you know, what caused it. And then when I got in, you know, the cover of it, you know, maybe you can have it like put up on, you know, later on, but the cover of it is a kid, maybe I can pull it up for you, but it's a kid who he has the uniform on, but the uniform is too big, right? That says something, because I mean, in the military, you know, you're able to shoot somebody before you're able to drink, you know, so I thought that was pretty big. But yeah, and then it looks like he's saluting when really he's just pulling the helmet up so he can see, you know. And then in the wagon, there's a gun, right? Like, he's a kid, you know, like,
got a red wagon.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab this and just throw it up when.
Right on. So, but yeah, it takes you through the journey of rock bottom, you know, not caring nothing about nothing. Like one of the first tracks, I say, what I gotta lose, what I gotta prove, my life, all that's left for me to lose, not caring what anybody gotta say, either I'm deaf or they mute. Like, you know, F it, you know what I'm saying? And then it goes to, you know, evolving as a man, you know, as far as spiritual, as far as, you know, physically loving yourself, and as far as being able to love someone else, you know, because you have the song Complicated. It's like, we ain't gotta make it complicated, you know what I'm saying? Just keep it hush. Like, it's just, you know what I'm saying? I don't want no relationship, you know, I don't want to tell you where I'm, you know, all of that. But at the end of the day, everybody want love, you know? And so the next record that it transitions into is the growth with that. And that's talking about falling in love with, you know, the girl that I have now, you know what I'm saying? And
so what made you come to that realization that, you know, I kind of do want that. I want to, you know, have that relationship, that concrete, something stable?
My mother, she's like around 50, and she's getting married for the first time.
Okay.
And I got to see someone really treat her like she should be treated, you know. And my mother always told me to treat a woman how I want her to be treated. You know what I'm saying? So, but they have to also deserve that. You know what I mean?
Right.
And there's not many who do, or they do deserve that love. They just don't know it. You know what I'm saying? So hurt people. But, yeah. So I saw that and I was like, okay, maybe I am doing the right thing. Maybe it's just not the right girl. You know? So I found, you know, a miss who appreciates that, you know, the opening the doors and the, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, especially as a rapper, you got, but these bitches.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's never really been my style, you know? Like, I've never even being raised in Atlanta, I've never went to a strip club. Like, I didn't see, unless they paying me to throw this, I'm not gonna, I work too hard for my money to be.
I'm the same way.
You know what I'm saying? And I've never had to pay for it. So, you know what I mean? Cheers to that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll hit you with one of them.
For real. You know, no disrespect to any guys who do. But
no, live your life.
You
But
know,
I'm saying, as for me, and I can't do that. For how do you feel about the music now and like the whole industry? How rappers are getting on? Because it seems like now, like there's a trend. Everybody has the colorful hair. The jewelry, like the super tight clothes or whatever, you know what I mean? Just rap about lean pills. To me, it's the same thing. A bunch of people, and then but real lyricists aren't as big, or they don't get their shine. Like I feel,
other than Cole and Kendrick, that's probably and Meek. That's probably about the only three you can name in the past 5 years th've been.
But like somebody like Joey Badass, like a lot of people don't know who's, but that dude is nasty.
Beast. Yep.
So what do you worry about that as an artist, because your content is so, it makes you think, and it's so, you know, has meat to it?
I like that. Thank you. I can't wait till you go to the studio. Yeah, it's crazy. But I believe that the game is like it's saturated with a whole bunch of, you got the good beat, you got the ad libs, you got the party, I don't want to think, right? You got the, and if it is about being a trapper, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so you basically selling your products. Other than, you know, that's how I see it. Okay, lean, we on that, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's what that is. But as far as like radio and all of that, you don't need that. You know what I'm saying? Take the currency approach. You know, he was signed to Young Money, and then he bounced and did his own thing, and he's eating right now. And you have not heard him on the radio at all. Right. You know, and he's been in the game for years.
So they make their money off of shows.
Touring,
right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. That's why you don't want to sign a 360, or if you do, you know, make sure your product is like, you know, where you gonna be eating, because for one, they give you a loan, so you got to pay that back, and everything you do, they eating off of that more than you are. So. Yeah, but the game right now, you know, it just depends on what mood you in. You know, sometimes, you know, I do want to listen to this or that person, you know what I'm saying? But I appreciate Kevin Gates, you know what I'm saying? Where he has the hit records, and then he also has the Isla was just filled with music that like I could listen to every day, you know what I'm saying? But as far as like how hip hop used to be, what I was raised on, my father was a musician, you know, he was a rapper and a singer, and he put me on Snoop, Slick Rick, like KRS-One, like they're giving you game, you know what I'm saying?
Who are your top MCs?
That's difficult.
You
how
can just
many?
name as many as you want.
Oh, okay. First off, Nip.
Okay.
Slick Rick, Nas, Jigga, The Game. That have you heard 1992? The album,
I don't think so.
As soon as we get done with this shit,
Okay.
I'm telling you, it's crazy. But T.I., I mean, who's hot now? Cardi. I mean, she's doing her thing. Chance,
like,
you know. Just the people who are gonna have longevity in the game, you know, and you know it when you hear what they are really speaking on, and you hear their interviews, and you know what they about. You know what I'm saying? Anybody with some substance and believes in what I believe in, they hot to me. You know? Yeah.
I like how when J. Cole was talking to
J. Cole, yeah,
with Lil Pump and that song. What was the name of that song? It was called I can't remember. And he was just breaking it down about how you're hot right now, but you better save this money because it's not gonna like your style is gonna fade or whatever this wave that you're riding. Yeah, it's gonna die down. I thought that was pretty dope. He did it in a very grown man way. Like even though you talk about me, I'ma still respect you enough to talk to you, you know, like a man. I thought that was pretty dope.
J. Cole's awesome, man.
He's nice. Nice way.
Him, Kendrick, Drake is cool too. He knows the game. He knows exactly what he said. He's able to take the Biggie approach or the Pac approach. You know, what Pac told Big. You know, 3 radio singles and then the rest of the album's yours. You know, so Drake's able to do that. You know what I mean? Yeah. And people can hate on him all day. You know, but he knows something. You know. Also, like speaking of Drake, I like Pusha T. Like I love Pusha T,
he's
man. I'm a
little biased. Yeah, I was about to say I'm a little biased because he's from Virginia, but
yeah,
Pusha is nice.
Speaking
man.
of
that
VA,
Daytona, yeah.
Yo, y'all have legends, bro. Legends.
Yeah.
We don't have that many in music. We have it in acting, you know. People don't know like George Clooney or, you know.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, and what I love about it, and one of my dreams is they have buildings that have like their posters on them. You know what I'm saying? It gives you so much inspiration. Like, and they say Louisville's George or Louisville's, you know, whoever. So yeah. Jennifer Lawrence, she has one, you know. And what's crazy is her charity work. That's one reason why I like acting, because that's another thing we was talking about. As far as rapping is such a competition, cool, but like, what other music genre has anybody had beef and had anybody killed over what they rapped about, you know, or sung about? Like, what other genre? And also too, I love country. I'm a country boy from Kentucky, you know what I'm saying? But how they gonna take off my boy Lil Nas X's #1 single
with Cyrus?
It was before Billy was on the remix.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a remix.
Yeah.
I didn't even know it was a remix.
Yeah, he was #1 on the country chart, right? They took him completely off. Didn't even put him lower on it. They took him off because they said it's not country, right?
That's 100% country song.
Right,
country
bro.
song,
Nobody's doing that.
And it's a good song, though.
Bro, I listen to it daily, bro.
It's a good
For
song.
real.
It's a good song, man. I can't even lie when I heard it.
Yeah.
And then you got Billy Ray up there. I was
Billy,
like, this is
bro,
dope. I can't even lie. I was in the car last
Billy.
night and I said that to myself. I said, this is a dope song.
Yep.
I can't even lie.
Yep.
This is a good song.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
I don't know. Is he going to try to fight it or?
I don't think he really cares because he's hot out here. Like, you know, I just don't understand how. I was watching an interview with Ebro, and they were talking about how they were going down the list of hip hop's #1s or they did, I think, like 5 singles off the top, you know, charts, and like half of them were R&B records. You know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't take none of them off. Like, I didn't understand that, you know. So I think that's just politics. But yeah, man. Yeah.
So would you sign with any label right now, or are you fully independent rap?
I would sign with a label if it was right. You know, the paperwork is right.
Who's your top label that you would want to sign with? If everybody offered you the same deal, who would you want to sign with?
That's difficult because I don't want to block my blessings.
Oh, that's true.
But,
yeah. You're right. Don't answer that.
Cool. But I'll say this though. There's people that I look up to, such as, like I said, Tip. You know, Grand Hustle. You know, because or Hustle Gang. You know what I'm saying? Because I can learn from him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anybody I can learn from and make money while learning, and they're doing what they say. You know, they're standing up for what I believe in. You know, I'm definitely with it. So, you know, that would definitely be a top one of mine, top pick. You know, Big Boy's label. You know, he has Janelle Monáe, and like, she's a beast. Like,
when you said Big Boy, you gonna think I'm stupid. I immediately thought of like Big Boy's
Neighborhood.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, what?
He got a label.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, he got a label. Okay, yeah. He signed Janelle Monáe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That I know of. Yeah, I believe so. I believe she's on his record label. But
I like her a lot. Her music is dope.
It's different. It's dope. I love it. You know, that's the same thing with PTSD. None of the stuff sounds like anything that you hear right now, and it bangs. You know what I'm saying? And it's a good message with it. And I'm pouring my soul out into it. Like I'm literally giving you shit that I don't talk about.
So how many songs is it?
That's the
EP
problem
is
with
what,
the
like
distribution. 4? Yeah, because they wanted to be 4 to 6, and I have 8. So I gotta. They're all my babies.
It seems like more. It seemed to me if I was pushing something out as a distribution company, I would want more. I would want more songs.
I would think so. You know, DistroKid just wants you to do 4 to 6. But I might go with United Masters.
Okay.
Still reading the fine print on that. But yeah, and then that's owned by Steve Stout. You know, Black Business. I gotta support that. You know, so. But yeah, it's 8 right now. It may have to be 6, you know, but it's a whole story. Like I was saying, it's from rock bottom to climbing the hill to at the top of the hill, I can see something. Come with me. You know what I'm saying? It's safe. You know, we got this.
So it's not going to make sense if you take off 2 of the songs. Like the story's not going to be complete.
I got one that I could take off, and that could definitely be an album release because I'm working on the album right now. And I also have a mixtape that's like ready to be pushed too, which is called Draft Pick. It's all, you know, it's like Draft Pick as far as military, and it's also Draft Pick like sports, you know.
So why don't you take 2 of the songs and just combine them together? You understand what I'm saying? Just make them really long. Just make 2 of the songs really long. So you still have all your verses.
Like transition into that, like
something like that. Oh yeah, just make like 2 of the songs just really, really long.
Yeah. That's a great idea.
I don't know.
Yeah, well, songs now are like 2 minutes, but
songs are super short, man. I was listening to a Marvin Gaye song. That bitch was 8 minutes long. I said, damn,
classic
dude.
though. Like you could just bop with it though.
Yeah.
Like I miss that, man.
People are impatient.
Not at all. Not at all.
You don't think so?
Not at all. Like I read something that was like our attention span now is 1 second less than a goldfish. Like I don't know who recorded the goldfish's attention span, but
how they know? How they know what it is?
But hey, yeah. So
how'd you get into acting?
Acting. My godfather.
Okay.
He's always supported things that I do, right? And he was telling me, he was like, he suggested it. Why don't you, get into acting? And I was like, I ain't no actor. You know how hip hop, we think, oh, you're an actor, but it's not like that. Also too, Tupac.
Yeah.
Pac is definitely a huge influence of mine, and the way that he explained acting was like, oh, okay, I want to do that. I don't want to be Hollywood fame, all of that. I want to do this because I want to step into those shoes.
Do you remember what he said?
He was basically saying that him being a real person, he's able to be in this space, the space that we need to be in order to build this character, but still have the heart in it. Like how I could play a killer, what I'm saying? Or I could play this or play that, what I mean? Even if I have never killed or if I don't have kids, like your boy from Creed, how I don't think he has kids, but he had a daughter.
Michael B?
And right? And he was able to, you believe that was his child, like he knew what he was doing. So it's just being in that real space, and being able to operate out of that, and then also too, we use entertainment, to help or to get somebody at a different place. There's reasons why people watch this, you know what I'm saying? So and that's one reason why we support the Entertainment Industry Foundation, because it's us, doing something for the greater good, you know what I mean? I haven't met anyone, at least nobody around me is on the fame train. They want to do this because they feel like they were called to do it, and they want to explore and make somebody else feel something in a way, Yeah.
Is there a role that is just too taboo or too obscene for you to do that you just would turn down? For me, mine is, I don't think I could do a pedophile or something like that. I couldn't.
Hell no. That can't do it.
I couldn't do it.
No. I hope all them motherfuckers die immediately.
Right.
Dead serious.
Right.
Rapists die. Yeah.
What is something that you could not do?
Yeah.
Besides those two.
I'm not a homophobic, even though I've been called that from people because I won't play that. Like, I remember a teacher had told me to play that, and I was like, I can't do that, you know. It has nothing against them. Like, I tell, you know, people who said anything like that, like, I love gay people. Like, I don't see them as gay people. I see them as people. I love people. Like,
right.
like whatever you do as you, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, live your life. And my uncle was actually my aunt.
Okay.
So, and she got so much from that back in the day, you know, before she passed. Like, she got so much, like, hatred, you know, from choosing to love different, you know. Love different. That's not what we mean, but hey, love who you love, you know what I mean? And so I wouldn't be able to do that. And the only reason why is because of one of the topics I talk about in PTSD. Yeah, I just that's a trigger for me, you know. But you know, I love everyone. You know what I'm saying? And do you, you know? But that's one of them that I couldn't do. Yeah, I think that's about it.
That's about it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think, as far as a gay role, I don't really think I can do it unless there was a specific story, a meaning behind it. And it would have to be a very specific, pertinent to what's going on right now type of, you know? I just couldn't do it just because I feel like a lot of things when I watch something like Empire, right?
Right.
Empire has a lot of gay scenes and everything, but I feel it doesn't feel genuine. It feels like they're forcing it on you as a
That's
shock
a lot
factor.
of Hollywood too.
And yeah, I'm like, I don't think all that's necessary, and I don't think that that's how gay people even get down. Because I was talking to my friend, and she's gay, and she said it doesn't really seem. What I just said, genuine.
Authentic,
It just seems like they're just putting it right in the script because it's a shock or wow factor. And I don't know, how do you feel like television now? It's kind of there's so many different platforms. You can push anything out now. Are you a television guy, or are you more film as far as like what would you want to work? Would you want to do television or more film?
All of it.
All of it?
All of it.
Okay.
I want it all.
I'm with it.
I'm not greedy, but I want to learn everything I can, you know. But yeah, from what you were saying, I definitely saw that. And it really sucks because it's kind of like you're trying to push this agenda on us, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, we get it, you know what I mean? Like, but then again, I'm not a homosexual, so I can't say that, you know, they're doing it enough or anything. Like, for me, I get it. Like, you know, you don't have to, like, Empire go through, you know, all of that. But at the end of the day, a straight person looking at straight people on, you know, the film, and they're all sexual and stuff, and that's high up too, because sex sells. So I guess they're trying to even it out. I don't know, you know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
But yeah, nah. Yeah.
So, yeah, but no.
Nah.
No. What is a dream role?
A dream role. I love it. Great question.
It could be something that's already made, you know, but put your mine. I'm gonna give you mine. Mine would be Forrest Gump. I think that movie.
Hey, I love. That's
is
why
fantastic.
I got these on.
What is it?
Cortez's. Yeah.
I think that movie's fantastic, man.
Genius.
Yeah, it's a great movie. Great.
There's
film.
not one
Great
like
film.
it.
Exactly. Nothing really like it. You can't really compare it to anything else. Yeah. What about you?
Man, that's difficult. Probably I would want to do the role of God, I can't think of his name. It's not Ben Affleck. It's the one.
What was the movie?
It's with Robin Williams.
Good Will Hunting, Matt Damon.
Yeah,
Matt Damon?
I want to play that because I like smart roles. You know what I'm saying? I like when it's this that they fighting with. They can fight with these, as you saw, but it's this. I love that.
I like a good intellectual movie. I like a film that's gonna make me just think the entire time, and then it doesn't come together until the last 5 minutes. Like that doesn't bother me at all,
bro. That writing is amazing,
bro.
Yeah,
It takes a lot of time to be in that. Now you had the web series when we were in class about the cop. Are you still working with that?
That is not top priority.
Okay.
That's probably third on the list as far as films go. Maybe fourth. I have a comedic web series that I'm working on with Howie Maui, Howard Campbell.
Okay.
I gotta bring him one day. I gotta do something, man.
Of course.
He's a genius.
Of course.
There's one called Drive Through Blues, and it's a comedy. It's basically, I don't know if any of you've ever like worked in drive-through or fast food, but people, it's funny, at the time it's not. It's aggravating as hell, but it's hilarious if you really think about how people order, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then the characters I'm putting together. Also, I want to talk to you about the one that you were doing. I want to work with you on that, bro.
Okay.
I love comedies. You know what I'm saying? So that one is next after, like, I'm trying to do them both at the same time, but I got a lot going on. So but also too, film wise, it's a film called Bishop. This is a feature film where I'm having big heads in meetings and talking to them. I want you to do this, and they're with it, but it needs to be all the way there, before we proceed. So
you wrote it?
I'm in the process of writing it. Like I wrote a lot. It's called Bishop, and basically it is about a pastor,
Too complicated?
It's complicated. It is. It's something that we don't like to talk about, in the church. And I was brought up in the church, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like we should air that out. That needs to be, we need to get that out the way.
In the church, were you raised as Baptist?
Yeah, Baptist, Christian, yeah.
So right now, would you say that you're still Baptist and Christian, or would you say you're more of a spiritual person?
For me, forget religion, have a relationship with God or whatever you believe in.
Right.
I know for a fact, like, as you can see from my car accident, right? My mom brings this up all the time. It was all the way up here, right?
I'd never seen that before.
Yeah, and Jesus wasn't touched. That's what she likes to point out. And that was where I hit it. You know what I'm saying? So,
when was that? When was the car accident?
It was, I believe, 2013 or 2014. I was,
Were you driving?
Messed up. I was driving. Had an argument, in the car, getting hit. You know what I'm saying? Driving fast, trying to just get home. Lost control. Went up a hill, hit a tree. Flip in the middle of the street. Yep, and I saw my bone pop out. I was like, oh, but I was really mad because dude cut up my jacket, bro. I was like, I just got this, bro. Like,
so you were conscious the whole time?
I was. And that, I'm going to tell you, it literally was slow motion. Like the movies, bro. Like it was, and I'm like sitting there and I'm holding on to the person. They got a little scratch on their leg. I'm holding on to the person to make sure that they good. You know what I'm saying? Wow, the whole time, boom, boom, boom. But yeah, man, that's when I was like, oh shoot, like this is really happening.
Were you scared, or were you just processing everything that was happening?
I was in shock. I was definitely in shock, but I was conscious. They asked me the same question, and I get it, but they asked me like 100 times, bro. I'm like, can I just get in the thing so we can, Jesus, like, come on, ask me while we ride to the hospital. Woo. But yeah.
What it felt? Did it hurt really, really bad on a scale of 1 to 10? What was the pain like?
Oh, the pain was 100. My bone was out, bro. Like they had to take skin from my leg to put on my arm to patch it up. Like, staples and stitches. Like, and they had me on crazy meds, bro. My dreams. But let me tell you though, this is how amazing God works. In my dreams, I had a dream where, like, because at that time I was my head was not focused.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I was selling whatever I needed to sell, didn't care about my life, nothing like that. And I had a dream that like I was on this ride, you know, going fast, and everything that I dreamed of was passing by me, right? And then I got to this like hole, and then I woke up and I was like, oh, like, yo, I need to start doing my dream, you know what I'm saying? And then the next month, me and my cousin get set up. You know, there's two people who come around the corner after we playing craps all day, ready to go home. Two people come around the corner with red beams on us, you know, and his buddy locked the door on us, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, okay. I prayed out of that one because my arm was like this. Like, I couldn't even have the strap. And, you know, he had to give the strap up, I guess. I don't know. Even then, like, they tell us, get down. Bro, no. Like, I know what this is about. But, you know, and it's funny because I wasn't even hustling at that time. I was changing up everything, you know. But it just showed me that, yeah, I need to get on this ASAP, you know. And I had little brothers, you know, that looked up to me, everything that I did. You know, so I was like, that's not the life for me. Right. Know? So, yeah.
I strongly believe that God, like, if you're not on the path that you're intended to be on, that God will do something drastic to put you on that path. I have a story just the same. And after that, I'm like, okay, I get it. You know, he'll do something it'll force you to deal with, you know, your life and how you've been living and everything like that. And some people... I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful for that that minute piece of hard time that I had to go through just so he could get my attention and put me on the right path. So, yeah, man, I'm blessed. So what's next for you, man?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What's next?
Next. Okay. We got
Wait, hold on a second. Is PTSD out?
It was going to be out on March 25th. Okay. That's when I first released it, but they said, oh, it was a problem with this. You know what I'm saying? Released it again. Oh, it was a problem with this. It was 25th. It was because that was when one of my inspirations, Michael Jackson, came out with Man in the Mirror. And I was like...
I saw that on your Instagram.
Yeah, it was like a reflection of, you know... But now it's... just stay tuned, y'all. Just follow me, man. I promise you it's not no bobo I'll put on there, you know. For real. It's not, man. It's real deal stuff, man. And support. I'm telling you, like, you gonna miss the train, man. You gonna be late, man. I'm telling you, like, get on. Like, and I'm willing to work, you know what I'm saying? You know, and I works hard. So mess with your boy. We can do something together, you feel me? But yeah, next coming up is like I said, those 3 scripts I'm working on, as well as the mixtape, because the PTSD EP it's on its way. Matter of fact, I think tonight I'm gonna just go with United Masters and just, you know, get it out there. So be on the lookout for say next week. Next Friday, go get it.
That's right there. All right. Yeah. I'm gonna do like probably a follow-up post like on Instagram or something like that to send them your way. So if you need help with writing, man, let me know. I'm an amazing writer. I love writing. Yes. Y'all see it. Look. Y'all see it.
I got you. We shook on it. That's all we need. You know. Yeah.
I'm there. So Atlanta.
What's
you
up?
Spoke about going to Atlanta for a little bit.
Yeah, man.
How long is a little bit?
A little bit. I see it as a year and a half, 2 years max.
Okay.
And it's because of the Straight Shots record label that me and a few of my partners have started, and so we could sign ourselves as well as talent that they're ignoring. You know what I'm saying? They want the radio hits and all of that. Now we got that either the hood, we got the inspiration, we got the, you know, we got what you want, baby. I'm telling you, like, it's that. And so they're closer, and one of them is actually, 2 of them are in Atlanta. I got this girl who can sing and rap, and she raps harder than a lot of these niggas out here, trust me. And she's beautiful when she sings. It's a mix between Missy Elliott and Lauryn Hill.
Okay.
Yeah, her name's Skeeta Riley.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Skeet. Yeah. And then we also have Denori. She sings so angelic. Like, the first time I heard her sing, I was like, okay, why am I talking to her? Because she's up here, you feel me? That's really how I felt. Like, whoa, like, God, what we doing? Like, what I got to do? Like, yeah, she's up there. I'm talking about Sullivan, or, you know, she has a very like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like a legendary type sound. You know what I'm saying?
If you could compare it to somebody, who would you compare it to? Like the vibe or the feel?
That's difficult because I'm telling you, first note, bro, it put me in a whole trance. I was like, whoa, like it puts you, and she was brought up in the church as well. Okay. So it gives you that foundation, that type of soul in it, you know, that push in it, but at the same time, angelic, you know, Alicia Keys maybe, you know what I'm saying? Okay. That, you know, yeah, and then we got Maestro, you know, he's 43rd all the way, you know, Animal, so.
What was that, The Street?
43rd, yeah, it's the street he was brought up on, yeah. Woo.
Bro, you doing some amazing stuff. You reminded me of Diddy. Last night I was watching, you ever watch the Vogue 73 Questions?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, so you know Vogue, they go to like different artists and or actors or whatever and just ask them 73 questions. And Diddy's was really inspirational. You remind me of that. You're very energetic like him.
Appreciate it. Yeah, he's definitely Puff. Yeah, what up, Puff?
Puff's the man. Yeah. Puff is the man.
For real.
He's
Revolt, bro.
Living legend, man.
Come on, man.
Living legend.
Forget being on y'all's. I'm gonna make my own. Yeah. Like, come on,
Puff
man.
He's really doing his thing out here.
Yeah.
Whew. You got anything else, man? You want to put out? Where you get the hat from?
Oh, this was from M.E. It's actually a woman's brand.
Okay.
But I believe woman is power. You know, I was raised by a single mother. You feel me? And you know, she did what they said she couldn't do. M.E. I can't remember. It's initials for someone.
All right. I'll grab
some Fairfax though. Yeah.
Oh, it's local. Okay.
I think it's Melody something. I can't remember, but yeah. Yeah, man.
I like these little hats, these dad hats. I got a couple of them.
We got them coming out too. Trust me, Charlie Jones gonna be.
I need to get with you, man, to get some merch because I've been.
Let's do it.
I just found this new app. My homeboy told me about it, and it like takes your podcast and it just puts it on all these other different platforms.
Wow.
So
distribution, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and I was actually prayed for that too. So manifested it right in my life. I like this hoodie though.
Appreciate it, man.
Is there a website for the clothing?
There is. It's represent.com /CJ Love Different. And then there's also going to be a new one that we're doing for the whole Charlie Jones. And so just go to at LilboyFunkaroy. That's what she used to call me. I was a dirty little nigga.
I'll put it all in the description, man.
Yeah. That go there and it's in the link, the bio. Yep.
I got it.
My guy.
My brother, I appreciate you doing this.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you.
Dropping some jewels.
Yes, sir.
Shake your hand like a man.